We will give you the format of the endurance race and further details of it shortly. Secretary of the meet. On your screen is the race grid. That's all set up. They're all set up for the warm-up lap. So this is not a race start like what we see on a regular sprint race. This is an endurance race which will run for 120 minutes. So welcoming Chetan out here, my colleague on the commentary box. Welcome Chetan.
A very good afternoon, Anil. It's so exciting to be here on a bike racing event, and I must say a bike racing event is always a one of a kind. mmsc.
Right, as per the procedure, the riders are supposed to stop their bike right at the back of the grid and push the bikes. Now, as you see, the bikes are being parked in the endurance grid formation. So they are parked perpendicular to the or diagonally to the actual starting grid. You can see the riders pushing there. Kilograms of 6 to 6.5 kilograms of leather sewed with the helmets, the boots. You know, with entire thing, they're going to sprint for the fuel the bike should carry, because they will have a fuel pit stop also. So some riders have maximum time of 45 minutes. So they cannot ride beyond 45 minutes and cannot ride less than 20 minutes. If they do so, there are required penalties that will be applied to.
And I've also noticed there's a
Strategies in terms of when are you going to do your fuel stop, when are you going to do your rider stop. Okay, and also to decide how many pit stops are you going to take in the 2 hours. Are you going to start? We'll have to wait and check that. That's a green flag. You see the riders have come in, started the bike, and you saw that fifth bike got an advantage and went into the second place. Brilliant, even in the national championship a couple of months back, Chetan, there he
we see a big bunch of bikes actually racing together out there. They look pretty conservative too to me. And this, you had told me, it's going to happen very soon. You don't have to wait till mid-race. And I'm quite surprised to see that happen.
Yeah, for me this looks more like a fast track day, you know. That's how it looks like for me. And we always, so some of the favorites that we have here in the stock categories are, you know, I'll quickly go through some of the key riders that we know.
Amazing, which I've been witnessing here.
And go, and if it's a fuel you know, organizers. And now from virtual safety car we see the actual safety car onto the track. Now the pace of the riders are set by the safety car.
Racing resumes only after the safety car is in, and you would know the safety car is going to be coming in when the lights go off, the warning lights go off, the blinkers go off on the car at the back straight of the MMRT circuit. And that's when the riders get the indication that the safety car period is going to end. So once the safety car is inside the pits, they can resume racing only when they pass the control line, the start line, we call it, on the main straight. What we see here is all the bikes, right from the Pro Stock to RTR 200 ladies, we can see all of them have actually bunched up behind the safety car. So this is again a similar sight of what we saw on the main straight during the race start. So
yeah, this reminds me of those rolling start the karts have. Yeah, this very similarly, you know, a few years back while I was at a karting track for the championship, I could see the rolling start that karts have, right? This looks something similar to that. So this would actually put the strategies of the, maybe I could guess based on the leather colors, if not much idea. My apologies. Lanizana is rider number teaming up for with the safety car is now entered the pit, so the race is gonna begin. They can overtake only after the first bike crosses the start finish line. Oh, okay. That would be taken. That would be looked into the race officials. That two motorcycles, number 79 and 69, overtook 99. At least it looked for me. What did you feel, Chetan?
it's phenomenal. They follow a good diet, and they're all ready. They're mentally and physically ready.
As we see, we're able to say it looks like it's Nevita Jessica with Lee, which is leading in the girls category.
And there's quite an interesting race happening in the stock category out there, just getting through C1 and approaching C2. We got three bikes actually going into corner 2, and there might be a close.
As often, and they would look at only if there's a certain strategy or 200-minute endurance race. I would actually like the cameraman to show what's the reaction out at Rajini's garage with rider number 2 waiting there. And on your screen is competition number 70 and competition number 45 waiting for their 1 minute to get over before they can go. As I told you, it's a mandatory stop of 40. We see Lani Fernando now ahead. Situation that we see on a timing board.
And we also see a best lap recorded by Rajini Krishnan and Sharad Kumar.
As we look at a 30-second stop and go penalty for competition number 28. How late they've come into the pitch.
The excess time they've spent rather on the track.
And the rider was talking in the stock category 165cc. The Kerala boy, is competition number 45. Aldrin Babu and Mohammad Nizami. They are riding for the first time in a competition. So, generally people start off with the sprint race and then come to endurance, but it's the other way around. But I'm sure a lot of these rookies who have now come will be seeing them in a couple of months in the national championship as well, serve their penalties. If not, the penalties would increase. So we did not see, at least on us.
On the screen, we have a good number of women riders out there. This is purely a
competition number 5 and competition number. It's pretty easy at times when it's a race weekend because it's a 4-day weekend and it's only one rider riding one motorcycle. But this weekend, by some rookies here and. That's the stock category. That's a stock category.
So disciplined.
Yeah, mind you, they've not had any practice start.
Yes, and they did not have any practice yet.
And Kevin, and definitely Ulas is a faster rider. You could see them how cleanly he passed Sri Ram there.
Just took the inner line into C1, stuck to his line, and didn't get it.
We have another 35 minutes remaining there. And you could see all those 5 bikes there of the stock category riding in a bunch.
Whoa,
we've had an incident there. Right, and a rider there has to join the track safely. Rider who crashed after turn 4.
That could be it. This is the first time we are actually seeing a early rider swap. We have a slow rider. Competition number 7 bikes had 2 riders for each, for each respective bikes, and penalty or a stop-go penalty or a rider swap. Let's wait.
Penalty increases, but we have not seen quite a lot of penalties that have raised. A quick look at the leaderboard, and it's Satyana and Raju now who's leading. As I told you, they were at the 9th place and now they have moved. And as mentioned, they have still not set the fastest lap time, but they moved from 7th position to 1st position right now, followed by Surya, PM, Navneet. And if you see, the difference with them is also huge, and that could be because of the number of pit stop strategies that they have adapted. Absolutely. So you see the pro stock bikes have done between 38 to 40 laps already in the last 90 minutes. And Rahil leading, followed by Surya, PM, and on 3rd place is Rajni Krishna and Sharad, and on 4th place is Abhimanyu Gautam. The racetrack here, what a beautiful evening we've had, and the sun is right down setting. We've had a wonderful afternoon race here. We have left with 27 minutes of this endurance race.
I'm sure the riders should be getting a nice view out of corner 3 going towards corner 4 with a sunset right in front of them.
And I see the marshals running towards turn 2 or turn 3, sorry, turn 3. And there's been another crash, and does it look like so I won't look at any faster laps coming now. We can't really say if they've conserved enough tires, and the last 4 or 5 minutes they're gonna do a sprint. We could see that in the top bunch happening. Actually, it might happen in the top bunch.
That's
between Satyana and Raju, and
there was a swap
Rahil
in the team.
Yeah, we're not sure who's riding it right now.
In action after that rider swap, they got back the chance to actually finally go to the finale of the.
It shouldn't be there. So that's very keen there. That was Alvin Xavier and Mohan Babu who are fighting there. Competition number 93 and 23 there. And these are the in the stock category riding there.
Running away all alone there. So I hope this competition is going to be joining him soon.
That was the team. If it's a close battle happening there, because we don't know what position they are, maybe the teams would communicate to them, and we don't expect any pit stop to happen, and it will all be down to right. And there's been 100 seconds stop and go penalty for competition number 26 for late rider change.
Are we saying 100 seconds? Yes, 100 seconds stop and go penalty.
So that's competition number 26. As I was talking, there's a third time they're getting this penalty. Right, earlier this morning during the rider brief, and we've got the new grandstand ready for the next year.
Yes, in fact, this has been a long-term project for MMSC, from what I heard. After a roaring applaud, in fact, a big crowd which turned out in February back into 2020 during the MRF challenge, we
by almost 1 second lead, and on third place is Abhimanyu Gautam there. A clear advantage for Surya PM and Navneet, because we've just left with 12 minutes, and it's going to be really a nice opportunity given to us by MMSC there. And what a place to watch the race.
Yeah, let's not mention about the air conditioning. So with just 10 minutes to go, the order hasn't changed, with Surya PM and Navneet leading the race on Pro Stock, with second Satyanarayan Babu and Abhimanyu Gautam.
Mind you all viewers, this is only a provisional result. All results will be compiled by the race. Competition number 95 is Rabin and Dinesh, another rookie riders here. It's not going to be easy for rookies to calculate this time and pit entries and pit exits. So it is bound to happen, these mistakes, but then it's more about the spirit of racing here and coming in.
To have fun also, are going to be doing a lot of homework after they go back home tonight and understand where they could have done it better before the next endurance season.
Right, exactly the way we spoke. It's not about going fast. It's about strategy and how they plan doing it. Now we are here, and so there won't be any more ride-through penalties that would be issued as we go through.
So all penalties which can be implemented right now falls into the total time instead.
Yeah, they'll. And the riders are now coming in. We would take a quick break. Me and Chetan would take a quick break while we get back to you once the results are up. Request all of you to hang on there for the podium ceremony.